Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, Tour de Force Part 2 continued as we explored a different configuration of the Eroded Cave due to the tide. Finding the mark we were asked to exterminate at its end, the ghastly Jinn. Having just completed the task, we now pick up some flowers to take back for a tribute to Aaron's fallen friends. Damn, now that I'm looking at it up close, this stone monument doesn't look too shabby. Look at all the pretty flowers. They're so mysterious, but gorgeous all the same. This place has a solemn air about it, so it actually exists. I thought the legend was a load of bullshit, but I guess I was wrong. What legend? If you really want to know, look at the engravings on the monument. It'll do the explaining for me. In honor of the hero who saved the city and fulfilled the wishes of those who fell in battle. May the souls of the valiant men and women who rose to protect their people rest in peace by the Heavenly Mother's side. So it's both a commemorative monument and a cenotaph. These flowers must have also been planted here to honor them. Sounds like there was some kind of battle here. Do you know if that's the case, Aaron? Yeah, there were some monsters running amok in this place a few decades ago. A powerful demonic monster made its home here and a bunch of smaller guys joined it. It used the wind to whip up a storm on the waters which caused all kinds of accidents and disrupted the fishing business. Dozens of warriors came here to challenge it, but they were all slain. And that's where the hero comes in, right? Yeah, after seeing the body count rack up, they decided enough was enough. Not only did he send that monster back the way it came from, he helped the city get back on its feet. This monument was built as thanks for all he did. That all matches up with what the tour guide told us. Wait, you already knew the story? Well, the hell didn't you guys stop me then? I wanted to hear about it from your perspective. That was a neat little story. Well, we should probably get these back to the client. Want to grab a handful of them? Yeah, sure. What do you mean client? It wasn't actually a job. It's more as being good guys. Alright, lore alignment level 2 gets me a vitality drop. Lore alignment level 3 gets me 2 of them. Seems we didn't proc anything else while we were in it. Alright, well if that's job done, we can be happy to leave, I guess.
Go, go, go!
I really did not notice Aaron's HP was dropping. Not that much anyway. I guess he did have a critical. Yo, we got what you asked for. Delivered Spring Lilies to manager Heilong. My word, these are indeed the genuine article. Thank you so much, everyone. But I can't just take them for free. Have these. 4 purifying spices. Hey, we didn't do this for a reward, but we'll take it anyway. I would have loved for you to join us in tonight's show, Aaron. But I realize now's not the time for that. I promise you that we will pour our hearts and souls into this performance. For Sei and Huang. Right, take good care of them, alright? Of course. I'm happy for Aaron. Me too. Hopefully this will help take some of the weight off of his shoulders. So he's still saying the same dialogue. Right, we brought them back for the purifying spices that we got. What even are the purifying spices? Far East remedy that restores HP and cures status ailments. 2000 health and ailments cure is actually pretty good. I like that. Also, we've been getting quite a few droplets around the place by the look of it. Who's got the most defense? And shouldn't I be giving defense to the person who's probably going to use it the most? He seems to be tanking everything after all. You're casting the most. And now I've just went back off. Arts, defense, strength, and vitality. I mean, health-wise, everyone's relatively around the same level. I always just don't use these by the end of the game, do I? Okay, with that job done, maybe there's a job here too, but we've also got a suite before us.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie!
It's a new movie? Apparently something happened over by the harbor earlier today. Why have things been so dangerous lately? And here I was thinking I could have some peace for once in my life. We're getting the usual afternoon traffic, thankfully. I mean, there's a traffic jam right there with Ferry. Now that the cops, the Bracer Guild, and Hayaway are on the move, the people are a bit less anxious. As long as people feel like they can kick back and enjoy movies again, I can be at ease too. See, this is a Jaeger practice. It's the workout practice. You use the physics, the fact that you can run in one place by jamming your head against the wall. Excellent strategy.
All right.
Doesn't look like there's any good info here. So, 1 job? 2 jobs? Looking like just 1?
However...
Saves on treadmills, etc. if you can do that in the world.
Well,
you there! Have some pasta!
My pasta is working its wonders. I've had a slew of Easters lining up on my stand today. Looks like they all want to change of pace. Now's the time for pasta to shine. This man loves pasta. Thank you again for yesterday, Yao. You've grown up so much. You're welcome, Mummy. Thanks for playing with me. I'll let you get some sleep now. You need a nap. Huh? Oh, I think I'm okay. I'm wide awake. Are you sure? You threw your pouch instead of the ball. I think you should hit the hay. What? But my pouch is right here. Ah! Maybe I need some rest after all. Have a good nap. Oh, and here's your pouch back. It's the pouch where the money is, kid? Did you siphon some off? I can't believe I threw my pouch instead of the ball. I guess I'm a little drowsy today after all. It's a good thing I have a son who always looks out for me. I don't want Mummy to push herself too hard, so I'm going to let her sleep. Otherwise, she might conk out while we're heading home. Well, Mum is a very tired person. People my age will never forget that horrible incident all those years ago. I was just a bright-eyed youngster back then, but due to the reconstruction, I was blessed with many opportunities for prosperity. In fact, I may have only been able to ride the waves to the top due to the turbulent tides of that era. What did I make your neck do in that position is a bit wrong.
Looking for something to drink?
Things are back to normal around here, so I'm not as depressed as I was this morning. But I didn't call in sick. That thought even crossed the pasta guy's mind, though. He has so much passion for his job, and I'm here just for my paycheck. Yes, you're normal. And I think he's self-employed. There's a big difference in these two factors. I'm not saying self-employed people, YouTube, Twitch, etc., aren't normal, but there's a lot more riding on that than turning up for a paycheck. Evidently, there was some trouble at the harbour. I'm worried about everything that's been going on in the city, but that doesn't mean I'm going to pack my bags and leave. I'm going to keep working for Guano as usual. I want to help him see his mission through. We'll just have to believe that the bracers will keep us safe. I enjoyed taking in the sights, but the highlight of the trip was the tail end of last night. Darren was there for me when I needed him most. I'm so happy I agreed to go on this trip with him. Next time I'd like to see a place that really feels like Calvard. The Revolution Festival is coming up at the end of the year. Maybe we could go to that. A Revolution Festival. Is it masked? I feel like the two of us are even closer than ever. Going on this trip was the right move. We'll be heading home in a bit, but I definitely want to go on another trip with her soon. Like Guy Fawkes, Guido. After living in Longport for many years, I've come to realize there's more conflict here than in Long Lai. However, this is the first time there's been so many incidents in a row. I'm concerned about where we're headed, but now's not the time to fret. I've got my faith in the bracers. That man loves bracers. We need to make him love Arkride solutions. Hansen and I are of a similar mind. He understands the gravity of the situation perfectly. We're steadily approaching an era of change in the world of trading, and we have to be on top of it if we are to survive. Every one of the gangsters who was at the harbour has passed. This isn't how I wanted things to end. Although it's hard for me to imagine that was all of the gangsters in Longport, the numbers just don't add up. I doubt Almata would hide any remaining grunts given how disposable they clearly are to them. Perhaps they found another way to use them. Pancakes? I mean, we've got confirmation they did in fact die. Elena's operating independently at the moment. When you're an A-rank bracer, sometimes it's more effective to go out and investigate on your own. The other two bracers here are following her example. Find the location of their hideout by dividing it and conquering. Hopefully not being conquered while you're divided. Preferentially. Come back here. I heard something happened at the storehouse in the Harbor District. That place is on my route today. I'm starting to regret my career decisions. Hopefully I won't be running face first into danger, like Ferry was. Just ran into a wall, it's safe. It's about time I headed home. This was a fun sightseeing trip. Last night really put a damper on it though. I wish I could help out somehow. I think I'll try to find a place I can donate to when I get back. I heard something happened at the Harbor District. The police and the guild supposedly have their eye on that place now. So far, nothing out of the ordinary has transpired here in Newtown, but that may very well change.
So this is the Great Spire, huh?
Negotiations with Tuan ended on a positive note, so I can go home with my head held high. I'm sure we'll have many roadblocks ahead of us, though. There are a number of them in the world of trading. I've heard about the trade disruption in Meseldam and the growing mafia problem there. The world is a dangerous place. We'll all have to tread carefully.
Utterly fabulous.
Someone still thinks everything going on is fabulous.
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the
How about your dinners?
The
world keeps spinning and I'm stuck to this department store like a street light. Every day, same old, same old. My life is utterly mundane. It just keeps repeating the beats over and over and over. Where did I go so wrong? Am I doomed to live a meaningless existence? I mean, yes, you're an adult. That's kind of how it be. I heard about the incident in the harbor. It's so awful. Just when I thought that racial terrorism was a thing of the past. I hope this all comes to an end soon. I want customers to feel safe while they're in our department store.
We hope you enjoy your
What?
stay as you browse the finest goods Longport has to offer.
Was it racial terrorism? I don't think Hayaway's viewing it as such. It's Mafia Wars.
Please step on up.
After what happened in the Harbor District, I'm worried that there'll be a negative effect on imports. The harbor's where all those goods come in. These constant acts of terrorism are going to throw off all the ship schedules. How's this all going to affect my business? It's like calling everything hacking. You know what I mean? You're kind of missing what's going on by calling everything that happens hacking. Did you hear about what happened at the Harbor District? I know that there was some kind of fight there, but I don't know any of the details. Why have there been so many incidents lately?
Do you know what you want?
I don't know if I should bother or not, is the real question. Waiting for more good stuff to unlock seems to make more sense to me.
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Longport has to offer.
That's not what I want to do.
I hope to see you again.
Let's go over here before I make a terrible mistake. 28k mirror now.
Do you know what you want?
Welcome.
I don't know, that Earthguard's actually pretty good.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store.
Escuria. Maybe I should buy Tira instead of Tier.
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Longport has to offer.
Stuff like that. The 4 instead of... You know, I should definitely start buying some of these as buff options. Obsidia Ray. Revive wouldn't be a bad idea.
Welcome.
Argent Thorn.
Thank you for visiting the
Aerial
Kowloon
Dust is on the
department
list.
store.
Instead of Spark
We hope
Edge.
you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Longport has to offer.
Aerial Dust, baby.
I hope to see you again.
Bit bigger of an AoE.
What happened?
There was another incident at the harbour. Projects like mine are always so fragile while they're in their infancy. These constant delays can prove fatal. At this rate, the nutritional supplement project may be shelved before it ever gets off the ground. If you're looking for Fan, you just missed him. He left with Ashen a few moments ago. I don't know where they're headed, unfortunately. It sounded urgent. Oh, Fan did ask me to deliver a message to you. He said thank you for all your help. As if my job is over. I can't believe we were hoodwinked by Armata. They had a dummy company in the Harbour District all this time. There's always spell trouble for non-Kowloon Group companies. The tenant issues alone are a headache. People in the finance and real estate sectors are going to be even more wary of Armata from here on. If they keep pulling stunts like this, it'll start having an adverse effect on the economy here. So, economic terrorism is actually probably a more apt thing to say. Right. That looks like the entirety of Newtown scanned out. Our last destination seems to be Harbour Town for an event. We'll talk to everyone else first, of course. There's been even... Harbour Town, yes, that's it. There's been even more murders? I can't believe it. I feel for the victims. If I find out that Heiwei was involved in any capacity, then I'm going to bust down the door. Are you now? Those murders never would have happened if Heiwei was out of the picture. They attract criminals like flies to manure. I guess? I heard there was a mafia-related incident at the storehouse. Not that it matters to me. It's been a pretty big nuisance, though. Hard to do much of anything with all these cops and bracers buzzing around. But all storms pass with time. The murders just keep happening. The antique sellers are all terrified, and I'm right there with them. I'm not sure if the mafia is responsible for all this, but if they are, I really hope someone clears them out. Totally not gonna fool to me. Can I take on those two ridiculous people? Heard about the murders at the storehouse. There was a similar terrorist attack in a harbour located in the northern part of the Republic. Seeing two of Calvard's harbour cities come under fire is definitely nerve-wracking. More and more trading companies are turning to that private military company for protection. I don't really blame them, but knowing who their primary investor is, I can't help but feel wary. Ooh. Ooh.
The next boat's arriving at...
No rest for the weary.
Wait, what? Some of those gangsters were killed? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of this? What the hell have I got myself into? Damn it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can't exactly go crawling to Heiwei for help.
Welcome. Thanks.
He's in a bit of a bind, yeah. Don't worry, they're not coming for you. Or at least I think they won't be. Police scene. Elaine's on the scene. There's been more murders, and they occurred here at the harbour. Goodness me. Well, I suppose it's time for us to go into crisis management mode. These terrorist attacks don't appear to be slowing down. After what happened at the storehouse, I want to strengthen security even further. Thankfully, the people above me agree. They seem adamant about working with the police now. There's a vending machine here.
Now, what's it say?
I'm surprised you're already out and about. Shouldn't you be resting? Nah, I got myself a quick fix. He'll come back to bite me later, but I'll deal. So what's going on with you? You'll wrap up your investigation. For the most part, we didn't get much out of it, unfortunately. Are the gangsters... They didn't make it. That's 5 more lies claimed by Armata. Oh. Like Giacomo, they chose to step into the darkness, and they all got swallowed up by it. That's just a natural consequence of following the path. No need for you to feel responsible for what happened. Van. I know. I can't afford to dwell on this subject any more than I already have. There's something else that's been bothering me, though. The numbers just don't add up. Yeah, I noticed that too. What are you two talking about? They must be referring to the total number of gangsters. No way last night's murder spree was done by only 5 random thugs. The storehouse is pretty big. Think some of them might have been hiding in there. Doubtful. We searched the place from top to bottom. They must have another hideout then. The guild and the police came to the same conclusion, but we have no idea where it might be. We're in the same boat then. Armada's managed to fly into Heiwei's all-seeing radar, so we don't know jack. It's almost like they vanished without a trace. I don't even know if most of Armada was actually here. We've only seen those 2 executives so far. If they really plan on going to war with Heiwei, they're going to need much more manpower than what they've shown. A handful of part-time gangsters won't cut it. Regardless, their lack of activity is certainly a cause for concern. If the Warren Hayaway thing is just smoke and mirrors bullshit, then it would all make sense. Perhaps they intend to send them on a wild goose chases, chip away at their will to fight, then come in for the kill. That sounds like something they do. If my theory is correct, then I don't think Langport will see any more large-scale attacks from them. Even if you're right, I still can't let things end like this. Those murdering bastards crossed the goddamn line, and I'll make sure they pay for it. Aaron. Well, we can't do anything until we get more leads. I'm going to reach out to my contacts and see if they found anything. I'm not going to tell you to stay out of this, but try not to do anything crazy, okay? Well, guess we've hit a dead end. Elaine seems like she's at a loss as well. And she's no slouch when it comes to investigating. So if even she's having trouble tracking them down, then I'd wager they're hiding in some place that outsiders like us wouldn't think of. Guess it's all up to me then. You can count on me to carry the team. Good, because this whole thing's riding on you now. You're free to investigate the storehouse as long as you're quick about it. We have authority over the crime scene, at least for the time being. Presently, we're trying to track down the Armada executives. If you learn anything, I'd be happy to exchange information. We're looking into the transportation network as well as any suspicious companies that may have ties to the Mafia. Doing so, however, the force has been spread too thin. That's why we're working in tandem with the Guild. Our efforts align with their goal to protect the citizens, so they're happy to work with us.
Requesting an ID check, ASAP.
We just finished inspecting the scene and all the bodies have been collected as well. Hey, Aaron, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but Armada's leaders are bad news. I'm almost certain one of them is former military. You're not on their level yet, so I want you to... You better not be telling me to stay away from them, because I won't hear it. I know they're stronger than me, but those bastards are tearing up my town. They murdered my friends in cold blood. So don't you dare tell me what to do. You don't understand jack shit about what I'm going through. Excuse me, you think I don't understand? Well, guess what? I do. You're not the only one who's pissed off, you know. I wasn't trying to tell you to stay away from them. I was going to tell you to be careful. If you throw caution to the wind, you'll be playing right into their hands. Who would get justice for your friends if that happened? She's got you there. I understand how you feel, but it can't hurt to keep her advice in mind. Fine. But it doesn't change what I have to do.
Well...
Thanks to Calvin and Hornet, the police and the Bracers are working together. The cops are handling the arrest and are searching for Almata's whereabouts. We'll handle things from here, Spriggan. You go kick butt out there and try to keep Aaron out of harm's way, alright? Those two are... not mutually exclusive? There's no reason to enter this place. But the guy said we can go in there. How dare you no reason enter place to me. Right then, off we go.
However...
Doesn't seem to be any other event, so we'll just run back to the Eastern Quarter, but I'll check the boards again. Just to make sure no one's
What have we got?
posting anything while we're walking away from places. Aha, found you. Yeah, where's you and where's Lugan? Here we go again. I've been looking all over for you guys. You have? Why? What do you mean why? Because of what happened last night, of course. I heard you guys arrived at the scene super quick. I want the full lowdown, and I'm not leaving until you give me all the juicy details. Who the hell is this chick? She's a reporter lady. Gotcha. What her advice, little girl? You should stick your nose someplace else, or you're gonna wind up hurt. Little girl, I'll have you know I'm 21. Wait, are you seriously older than me? Damn, girl, you're rocking a real baby face there. Anyway, it's my duty to find the truth and report it to the world. So I'm gonna stick to you like glue until I get a story I can print. I wasted all of yesterday pursuing a dead lead, so I've got to make up for lost time. Yeah, that was definitely on us. I'm also just curious on a personal level. That mist last night was so unsettling. Maybe it really did come from a ghost ship. Wait, what did you just say? Oh, I said the mist was unsettling. No, the part after that. Oh, I was wondering if the mist came from a ghost ship. Why would you assume that? When that mist showed up, I peered out of the ocean. I could just barely make out the silhouette of a ship. I couldn't find any other witnesses at the harbor. But I know what I saw, and it was totally a ghost ship. There's also a legend about it. The crew of every merchant vessel that crosses paths with a ghost ship in the mist will be slaughtered. That sounds scary. I know, I'm right. I've just gotta be. There's one teensy little snag in my theory, though. The ship was kinda small. It's a far cry from the giant hulking ghost ship I imagined. That's not the only snag. If it slaughters the crew of every ship it comes across, no one could have lived to tell the tale. So how'd the story come about? Well, maybe a super amazing reporter found out about it, somehow? There's another thing. I believe the mist mostly appeared on land, not the ocean. Are you sure you weren't just seeing things? I guess it was pretty dark that night. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me after all. Sorry to burst your bubble. We also don't have much to share about the incident last night. Might be better off poking the cops or the bracers. Fine. I'll let you off the hook this time. But if you happen to find any leads, please let me in on it. This is my time to shine. When this story lands on the front page, Dingo will have to take notice of me. Okay, that time you really did lie to Ivan. That's not right. If you ask me, I'm being nice. Even if I did spill the beans, she wouldn't have been able to report on the info. It's also in her best interest to stay far, far away from the Mafia. I guess I can't argue with you there. Anyway, you look like you're having a light bulb moment, Aaron. Yep, a story helped me put two and two together on something. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Share. Fact of the matter is, there shouldn't be any ships out and about in Lamport at night. I can count the number of times I've seen that on one hand. And if the people at the harbour didn't see it, then this definitely sounds fishy. Do you suspect the gangsters escaped Lamport in a boat? If that's the case, it's no wonder Hayway can't find them. They've had their eyes on land this whole time. Nah, I doubt they fled. They had to be close by. Probably just waiting for this whole thing to blow over before they strike Lamport again. But where would they set up shop? There's only one place I can think of. I think they're holed up on a remote island. Outsiders wouldn't know about it since it's off the map. The old fossils around here refuse to talk about it, but it comes up in rumors every now and then. It's an abandoned mining town called Heilong Cheng Zhai. Ooh, Heilong Cheng Zhai. Cheng or Cheng? Probably just Cheng. Cheng Zhai. Shy. Maybe Shy? Zhai? Heilong Cheng Zhai. After they finished asking around, the group reconvened to consider their findings. Think you've got it? Yeah, those bastards got us good. Picking somewhere as folks in the Eastern Quarter are so used to seeing that we don't even think about it. Or more accurately, somewhere we were told not to think about because it's supposed to be cursed. It's always a curse. Heilong Cheng Zhai. A large-scale mining facility where droves of miners lived and worked until 40 years ago. Yeah, now it's deserted, and all you hear about it are all sorts of creepy stories. People here grow up being told to stay the hell out because the place is haunted with ghosts and demons and shit. We learned that those rumors were first spread by the elders of Hayway, and not even the police or guild would go there because nobody lives there anymore. Makeshift bases don't get much better than that place. Someone who doesn't like sniffing around, you've got a hell of a nose. Nice work, kid. Hey.
Fancy running into you again.
It's the red something. What's with the shades?
I wear them to suppress my natural charm. Though, since you recognized me, it seems my star power is undeniable.
Your name is written on your neck. Who's this guy think he is? Wait, this dumbass was at last night's show. Hold the phone. Is that Aaron? It totally is. Figures we bump into some fans eventually.
Come now, girls. You'll make me jealous if you stare too much.
Aw, we didn't mean to, Maxi Poo. We only have eyes for you. Well, I'll admit he's not too bad, but doesn't hold a candle to me, naturally. Wait, why do I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before? Gee, I wonder. He totally has no clue, does he? Imagine if he knew the girl he was catcalling at the theater was Aaron. No time for pondering. We're about to set off on a little adventure, you see. That darn reporter took up so much of my time yesterday that I've got to make up for lost time tonight. That sounds rough. I know, why don't I treat you girls to a nice dinner when we get back? As for the men, well, I'm sure we can spare some schnibbles. Start your engines, ladies. I've got to show off my wide array of driving skills on the way to the sea cave. Really? You're the best. You're not allowed there. Guy's got a boating license, I guess. Funny that we're kind of headed that way too. The two places aren't that close together, though, so I doubt we'll run into them again. Right, I hope they don't have any trouble with the monsters. They'll have a guide. Let the blonde idiot do his thing. We've got to focus on Heilong Cheng Zhai. This shit ends today. I'm counting on you, Van. Of course. What about you two? We're coming too. I have a feeling my other goal might be there as well. Once we're ready, we should hurry to the dock. You best be ready for anything, got it? Mr. Maxime Lugan is a very important character, I feel. Just showing up at random times, not really advancing the story at all. It seems that way, doesn't it? I guess it's possible I was just seeing things. Wait a minute, isn't Molugia Archipelago just across the sea? There's a rumor about pirates being there. Maybe I was right all along. There really is a ghost ship around, that'd be one heck of a scoop. I guess it is really... I gotta go back now because of course an event happened. Better for me to check on the map everywhere. It's when the character is...
Taking off now.
voiced a lot as well. If you know what I mean. Suspicion!
Off we go.
Suspicion abounds. Tasty! Tasty, kids! What? It sounded like the tasty got cut off a bit. Save! Hopefully there's nothing else going on.